Hey everyone, my name's Trish from Downey's Candle Company, and thank you for stopping by my channel. This week is week 9 in my candle series, and for week 9 I am making a sprinkle candle. It's going to be a birthday themed, flavored, scented, whatever you want to call it, candle with some rainbow sprinkles. And if you want to see how I do that, keep watching.
The first thing I need to do is get my jars ready. For that, I am using some glucose syrup to get these sprinkles to stick to the sides. These sprinkles are Rainbow Sprinkles by Betty Crocker, but any rainbow sprinkles would be fine from any craft store or Walmart, Target. The glucose syrup is a little bit thick when it first comes out of the container, so what I did with this one is put it in a little bowl, heat it up so it's a little more pliable, a little liquidy, and easier to paint on the inside of the jar. So I'm just going to paint all around. I chose to only go up 3/4 of the way. I thought that would give it a nice design, and we'll see. Hopefully it comes out nicely. Then I'm just going to pour these sprinkles in and just kind of move them around to get them up all the sides. I'll tap the bottom to get any loose ones moved around. And then once I'm done, I'll just flip it over and tap it to get any loose ones out. So once I'm done that, I am going to move on and do the other 4 jars. So now you can see I have the jars done. There's a nice even coat on all of these jars. And now they just need to sit. I'm going to leave these overnight, and then I will be back tomorrow to pour some wax in these. Now the jars are all set up and I am ready to pour some wax in there. You can see that they are all set up. No sprinkles are falling out. These again are the 13.5-ounce Cali jars from California Candle Company. Putting 2 CDN, 2 Wicks in there. I'm using Wick Stickers, Wick bars. Fragrance oil I'm using is going to be Cupcake at Tiffanys. And I'm using this UV inhibitor. The fragrance oil is a little bit darker colored, a little heavier, and this UV inhibitor will help it from discoloring the wax even more. Oh, and the wax I'm using is the virgin coconut soy wax from Wick Company. So here I'm just putting the wicks in, double wicking as I said, putting them in with my tool, putting them, centering them as much as I can. I'm eyeballing it since the can't fit any wick centering tool in there with the sprinkles. So you can see I tried to center it as much as I could, and I think they came out pretty good. Now I'm going to put the wick bars over to keep the wicks straight and in place as the wax sets up. And usually when I put these on, well, can't say usually. Lately when I've been putting these on, I twist them at the top so they stay in place a little bit better. And that seems to work out pretty good. They don't really move around. Not that they did before, but this is just extra to help it not move around too much. And now I'm ready to pour the wax. I heat this wax up to between 185 and 190. Then I pour my fragrance oil in. But first I'm going to put the UV inhibitor in. I'm using about 1 teaspoon, and the total wax that I'm using for this is about, oh geez, I can't remember exactly, but I think it's about 32 ounces of wax that I have in there to pour into these jars. I had to make a little adjustment. The sprinkles take up a little bit of space, so you have to adjust for that when you're calculating how much wax to use. Not very much, but just a little bit. So now I'm pouring the Cupcake at Tiffany's wax fragrance oil in, and I usually use 10 to 11%. Here I'm using 11% fragrance load. Then I like to mix it, as you know, for a couple minutes just to make sure the fragrance oil binds with the wax. And now I am ready to start pouring these. Once I am done pouring these jars, I'll insert a time-lapse clip so you can watch them harden up.
Okay, so now the candles are all hardened up and I will show you the finished product, which is this. I put a label on it, Make-A-Wish, my warning label on the bottom, of course. You can see it's a nice smooth top. It smells like buttercream. You saw I used the Cupcake at Tiffanys. If you can smell it, sorry. Just picture a buttercream smell and that's what it smells like. That's how it came out. So I just wanted to show you that. And I also wanted to just talk about, I used the gum paste with this, and I just want to show you the difference. After Thanksgiving, I did a craft fair and I made some birthday cake candles in these smaller jars. And for this, I used Mod Podge, which I don't know. Let me hold up both. This one is a little frosted, I guess I want to say. This one is definitely brighter. I did use some different sprinkles, but they have some of the same colors. And I think you can see that Mod Podge just leaves kind of a film where this gum paste doesn't. It's a little clearer. I also wanted to say that with the gum paste, I think what I would do next time you saw me painting it on, first, I think I would get a bigger brush to paint it on. Second, I think I would warm it up or melt it down a little bit more so it was a little bit more pliable, because it was a little bit stiff. It was just a little bit stiff, and I think that if it was warmed up a little bit more, it might have been a little bit easier. The other thing I want to say is I kind of go overboard when I put stuff in here because I'm like, I need some in there. I want these sprinkles to stick good. And what happened is I, thought I put a nice layer, thick layer, but then when you put the sprinkles in and it's drying, the globs kind of fall down from the bottom of some of them, not all of them. I think it was 2 of them. They're kind of globs, which doesn't really make a big difference to the candle. I mean, you can't see them because the sticker's over it, but I'm a perfectionist, so next time I wouldn't do such thick layers and I would just see if they stuck with a thinner layer. So anyways, I hope you liked that video. I hope you liked watching me make this candle, and I hope you liked the way it came out. And if you want to see week 10, keep watching for my next video, because that's when I will do week 10. Until then, thank you and see you later.